everyone, I'm here with a favorites video for the month of August 2021. So this video is going to be like showing you some stuff and also telling. It's a bit of a show and tell type of video where I'm going to be talking about some of the stuff I did this month and showing you some things I've been working with. I don't have a lot of like brand new things to show you. I don't do giant hauls or anything, but I still thought I would show you my favorites. I'm going to talk about my favorite deck that I worked with this month, some of the books I've been reading, a few of the things I got, and some of the adventures that I had this month. So I hope it is entertaining for you. First off, for decks, this month, my favorite deck that I worked with, I didn't get any new decks this month, so don't really have anything new to show you, but I've been working with the Everyday Witch Tarot. I really love this deck. I've had it for a few years. I got it the year it came out, and I feel like that was maybe 2018, 2017, something like that. But I really love the art style on this deck. Let's see if I get the lighting a little bit better. There we go. It's just really fun and whimsical. I love that like everybody's got like a witch hat. There's usually cats involved. It's just a really, really cute deck. And for some reason, this deck really makes me think of like 90s, like late 90s Wicca type vibe to it. It makes me think of like The Craft. It makes me think of, you know, Silver Ravenwolf books. Like it just has this sort of like 90s vibe to it. But it's very, it's just like a very happy type of deck, and it reads really well. Like it's very straightforward reader. I really love the colors in here. I think it's really, really beautiful. I love that there's sort of like different seasonal energies going on in the different cards. I think it's just a wonderful, easy to read deck. I think it's a great deck if you are, you know, kind of a beginner and you want something that's straightforward, that's still Rider-Waite-Smith, but maybe not the Rider-Waite-Smith deck. I think this one can be a really good substitute for that, because it's pretty straightforward in like the pictures with what they mean, and it's just whimsical and fun. I really love it. I like working with it in August. August is my birth month, so maybe that's why, because it's one of my favorite decks. But also, we're not in spooky season yet, but we're getting towards there. So the witch vibe, I'm quite enjoying that. So I've been working with this deck for this month for like my online readings that I do on my Etsy shop, but as well on, you know, like my Instagram and TikTok and stuff. This is the deck that you will see there. So it's a favorite. It's an oldie, but it's a goodie. When it comes to reading books, whoops, almost dropped something there. When it comes to the books I'm reading, I'm still reading Cosmos and Psyche by Richard Tarnas. So this book, I'm loving this book. So this is a big honkin' book. Like it's a big chunky 500 and some page book. And it is written by somebody who is an academic. So if you like academic books, and you like astrology, you will probably love this. If academic writing is not your thing, you probably won't, because he uses a lot of big words to say things he could probably say simpler, but that's okay because the subject is so fascinating. So he really talks about the major astrological cycles throughout history. So he's not talking about personal planets or personal transits. He's talking about major cycles that you will see in history repeating themselves. And he does it from the perspective of astrology, which is amazing. So part of the book, he talks about Pluto, Uranus, conjunctions and oppositions. So when Pluto and Uranus are together in the sky or opposite in the sky, and how that often coincides with revolution and revolutions in thought, in art, in political revolutions, all those kind of things. So he talks about all these different cycles and how they line up. It's very, very fascinating. He talks about like the French Revolution and the American Revolution and the American or the English the Civil War in England in the 1600s, and how that all lines up with like these Pluto and Uranus transits, which is fascinating. And the last one we had was in the 1960s, and then the next one isn't until the 50s, the 2040s or 50s, if I remember correctly. So we've got a ways to go for that. He also talks about what I'm reading about right now is the Pluto-Saturn cycles. So when Pluto and Saturn are together in the sky, conjunction or opposite each other in the sky. And so we're going through one of those right now. So we had Pluto and Saturn in exact conjunction at the beginning of January of 2020. That was when the coronavirus started. And they're oftentimes associated with plague, but also with conservatism, with religious restrictions, with fundamentalism, with a lot of obsession with things like power over others, religion, like I said, religious fundamentalism and extremism. It's very much about like conservative, constricting kind of crises that happen. And so we're in one of those cycles right now. So it's very, very fascinating. And he talks about everything from like how it shows up in art to how it shows up around the world in political situations. So it's very, very fascinating. So yeah, so we're in a Pluto-Saturn thing right now, conjunction. And the next one is happening, I think, at the end of the 2020s. So that'll be interesting too. But it's also talking about how it's often associated with like financial crises and stock markets falling and all those kind of things. So it's very, very fascinating. So really, really loving this book. It's a bit, like I said, it's a bit of a slog for some, I'm sure for some people. But if you like academic writing about astrology, you will love this book. The next book that I have here is an oldie but a goodie. I've been feeling like just really, really down lately, and I needed something to kind of like a little bit of a mental pick-me-up. So I reread Pam Grout's E3. She did E squared and E3. I'm not a huge like, oh, just think positive and everything will be okay kind of person. I do believe that there is something to it. Definitely, I do believe that it does have power, but I don't think it's like everything. You know how some people say, oh, well, don't think anything negative. I do think we have to have some grounding in reality for sure. But thinking positive does help things. It does, there is something to it. And I found this book like just like a very enjoyable read that has some fun experiments for you to do, thought experiments to do to see if you can manifest some fun things going on. So it's a fun read, that's for sure. So I was enjoying this. Now, the next thing I have, I got when I went to Chapters, which is a major book chain here in Canada, if you're not in Canada. Kind of like Barnes and Nobles, right? Or Waterstones or something in England. So, just like a, major chain or whatever. We went to, get the kids some books. And then my husband came to me and he was like, hey, look what I found. Woo! So I've been enjoying this. It is Classic Rock, which is a British magazine. They do great music. They have great music magazines. I love them. So it is the complete story of Guns N' Roses. It's just got like a fabulous pictures here from back in the day. There are almost no ads in this. It's all like interviews and pictures. It did cheer me. It definitely cheered me, brightened my day. It goes all the way up till now with the new tour that's going on. So there's some old pictures and stuff for you. So I really love this. They do specials like these about all sorts of different bands. So it's not just Guns N' Roses. I've seen, ones about like Queen and Led Zeppelin and all sorts of like just these major classic type bands. But this did really cheer me up. So this one's out now. So if you love Guns N' Roses like I do, you can definitely find this probably in your bookstore and pick it up. It's got like great photos in it. It's nice and big and glossy. It makes me happy to see all of these pictures and things back in the day. Yeah. So a little nostalgia there for me, that's for sure. So I love that. I was able to go out a little bit more this month. I've been kind of like not going out since this whole coronavirus thing started. Barely going out at all. Just, trying to keep people safe, which I think is important. I think safety is more important than convenience and comfort. So, but I am now fully vaccinated. Yay, fully vaccinated. So I know that doesn't like guarantee totally anything, but it does make you a lot safer and a lot less likely to spread it to other people, which is the point, right? So I've been cautiously going out and doing it very safely. I went out to a movie. It was like socially distanced. It was very, very safe. You had to book your seats in advance, and you were like, it was very sporadically kind of like everyone's sort of staggered out, so they're not near each other at all in the theater. So we went and saw Jungle Cruise, which was the new Disney movie for my stepson's birthday, and we had a great time. It was so nice to go out and do that, and it was very safe and wore masks and the whole thing. And it was so great to just go to a movie, and it was like a fun kids movie, but it was a lot of fun. And then I was also able to go to the mall with my sister and my mom. I have not seen my mom in a year. Like, I've talked to her, obviously, but because she is a cancer survivor, I had to be very careful. And now that we're all fully vaccinated, we were like, hey, we can do this now. It's safer to do it. Again, masked and everything, being safe. Sadly, I went to the local mall and half the stores don't exist there anymore. Which is sad to see, but not unexpected. But I did go to Bath and Body Works and get myself some pumpkin. This is marshmallow pumpkin latte, shower gel, and then I also got the matching lotion. I love Bath and Body Works so much, and I love pumpkin spice. I'm so excited for pumpkin spice season. Please bring me all the things that smell like pumpkin and taste like pumpkin. I am all about it. I don't care. People can make fun of me. I do not care. I love it. So I went and got these. And I was happy to do that. We can't order them online in Canada. They are going to put up a Canadian site apparently in the fall, which is very exciting because I ran out of stuff last year, but I couldn't order it. I mean, you could order it from the States, but by the time you pay for all the delivery fees and customs and all that stuff, it was like double what it actually would cost in the store, which is ridiculous. And I was like, no, that's okay. So I'm very excited that they're going to have it online because if things get locked down again, then I can at least order it online. But I was very excited to go and get myself some nice smelly soaps. It's the little things, right, that you miss, right? It's the little things. And I was able to go to a restaurant. I haven't been to a restaurant in ages. I know this sounds crazy, but I haven't been to a restaurant in ages. And again, it was all good. Like, everything was sectioned off and there were masks and the whole thing. So I felt a lot safer about doing it. So that was very exciting for me. And then the other exciting thing that I ended up doing this month was it was my birthday month. So I took some time off from work because I always do around my birthday because why not? And I went to this Nordic spa in our town. It's called Thermia. I think it's like a chain, I think. But oh my God, this place is amazing. I have not been able to go since it's been 2 years since I've gone to this place. But it has like saunas. It has like a cold pool and a wet like a warm pool and a hot tub, and you're supposed to like go in the sauna and then go in the cold water and then go and rest, and then you're supposed to go in the sauna and then go in the warm water and then rest, and then go in the sauna and go into the hot tub and rest, like this whole cycle. But really, you can do whatever you want, right? And they've got like rest area, like this sort of like forested area that's got like sand on the ground, and it's got like beds and seats and all stuff. And again, all socially distanced and very, very safe, and wear a mask and the whole thing. But it was really lovely to go and do that and feel a little bit safer doing that because of vaccination. And our vaccination rates here are pretty good. They are, I think we're at 75% now, and they're trying to get it higher. They would like 90% of people vaccinated. So hopefully we can get there because it'll make everything safer. But it was, they were sort of like, I still feel like with this going on, I still feel like it's a bit of a risk, but I feel like it is a lot safer of a risk for me right now, being with so many people vaccinated and me being fully vaccinated. I do feel a little bit safer doing those things. So it was nice to like just go out in the world and do things again, which was really, really lovely. So very excited about that. And I was so happy to like see my mom again and my sister, and just see people again was really like, it's so lovely. It's amazing what you take for granted. And then things like this happen and you don't anymore. You appreciate all those things that you just took as normal. So it's been a good month. I'm hoping September things get even better. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. Let me know how it's going for you. I know we're all in different situations personally and in the world and everything. Let me know how things are going for you and how you're feeling about things. And also, do you like any of these books and things? Let me know. What are your favorites for the month? Anyway, thank you so much for watching. And as always, peace and love and